Okay, new lesson today. It is called percent composition. What is percent composition? Percent composition is what parts over the whole or the total times 100. So it's like a fraction. Okay, what fraction of a certain thing is A? What fraction of a certain thing is B? So for example, in your class, if you have 30 students, and then there are 10 boys and 20 girls. Okay, so if we want to find the percentage of boys, we would take 10, the part, divided by the total, which is 30, times 100. All right, and you divide that. 10 divided by 30 is 0.33333, repeating times 100, so it's 33.3%. You can use a calculator for all these, perfectly fine. And then for girls, it'll be 20, the part, over the total, times 100. It'll be 67.7%. Okay? So the part over the whole times 100. And your total percentage should add up to 100% because that's everything together. That's the whole. Okay? So that's percent composition. And in class, we did a percent composition of egg, of an egg. We did the white, we did the yolk, and we did the shell, right? And you came up with some kind of percentages of each. Real nice and handy there. So, and it should have added up to 100% as well. Okay? Because the parts need to add up to be the total. Alright? So in chemistry, percent composition is, we talk about percent by mass. Okay? So we've already done from the last class, from the last unit, we did. Alright, percent composition. So what we did is we already found the mass of these things. For example, K, potassium is K, and then Cl there. You get the mass of potassium, which is, I think I already did this last time, 39.1. It's only one of it. You just multiply by 1, 39.1. And then chlorine is 35.5 times 1, 35.5. So the total is 74.6 grams per mole. Okay, for that. So that is the total. So what you need to do to find the percent composition is this. You take potassium, for example. What percentage is potassium? You take 39.1, the mass of potassium, of all the potassium, which is only 1 in this case, divided by the mass of the total thing times 100, and you get your percentage. Right? And then you do the same thing for chlorine. Chlorine is 35.5 times 1, which is 1. We already did that. So divided by 74.6 times 100, and you get your percentage for chlorine. Okay? You should have a handout that looks like this for my class. Let me zoom in. Should have 2 pages, and we are not going to do the first page yet. We're not doing the first page, so we're doing 8 through 15 first. Okay? It's kind of a weird order, but that's how we do this. So, how do we do this? We do exactly what I just showed you. Okay? What is the percent of each element in sodium phosphate? So let me zoom, let me clear this up here. Focus this real quick. Focus, y'all, focus. There you go. What is the percent composition of each? We list our elements, Na, P, and O. Okay? How many NAs? 3. How many P? 1. How many oxygen? O4, so it's 4. Okay? So we get the mass of sodium, which is 3, 1, and 4, times the mass of each of them. Sodium on the periodic table is 22.99. So we'll round that to 23.0. Always keep it to the 10th place, which is 1 decimal place. Phosphorus, 30.974. So we round that 9 up, it'll be 31.0. And then oxygen is 15.9999, which is 16.0. Okay? And so if you're not a math guru here, then get a calculator. 3 times 32, which is 69 grams. 1 times 31, which is 31. 4 times 16 is 64. You should have gotten all that. Alright? So the next step is we have the 3 parts. the next step is we need to find the total, which is the gram formula mass, or the molar mass, the mass of 1 mole. Okay, so we add that all together, 69 plus 31 plus 64. 69 plus 31 plus 64. And then you get 164 grams per mole. Okay, this is your total. It's nice. That's your total. So take each part, 69 divided. Remember, percent composition is equal to part over whole times 100. All right. So the whole is 164. 164 times 100. 31 divided 164 times 100. I like to write them all and then just use my calculator all in one step, all at that very end, times 100. So well, you can do one at a time. That's perfectly fine. 69 divided by 164 times 100. And I get, I did multiply. There you go. 42.07, so 42.1%. That's sodium. Okay. Put the label at the end as well. And then 31 divided by 164 times 100. Oops. Whatever. 18.9% for phosphorus. And let's see, 64 times 164 divided by 100 times. Divide times 100 times 100. 39.0% of oxygen. So if you look at this, most of this thing is what? The most abundant, the highest composition is sodium. Okay? There's phosphorus and there's oxygen, but the highest is sodium and the least percentage is phosphorus. Pretty cool, huh? And so that's how you do that one. Okay? Let's move down to one that's a little different down here. Number 14. Okay? I'll do one more with you here, or start with one. So we count. We have N, H, S, and O. 4 elements there. Quite a bit. Oops. What am I doing? So 2 N's. Remember, there's 2 outside right here. You got to multiply them through to both of them inside. 2 N's and 8 H's. 1 S and 4 O. Okay? 2 N's, 2 times the mass of nitrogen is 14.0. Mass of hydrogen is 1.0. You should memorize that one. Mass of sulfur is 32.1. Mass of oxygen, we're really good at that now, which is 16.0. That's 64, we did that. 2 times 18 is 28. 8 times 1 is 8. 1 times 32.1 is 32.1. So your gram formula mass, your total, you add all that up, and then you divide each of them by what's this? 28 plus 8 plus 32.1 plus 64. And that's 132.1. So divide 132.1 times 100. Divide 132.1 times 100. 132.1 times 100. 132.1 times 100. Cool. Then you'll get all your 4 percentages. Okay? I will post the answers up or show you the answers in class, so please make sure you try all of them. All the 7 questions that I have left for you to do here. Try all of them. I'll show the answers up in class, and you can always check with me if you have any questions. And that is it for percent composition. Goodbye.